So, yeah, I'm going to talk about gamescom tips and tricks. So it's going to be really hands-on, really practical stuff. You can interrupt me when you want, so just ask me some questions. It's going to be before, during, and after, okay? And it's just things that I picked up from being there for 3 years, helping you guys out. It's things that I picked up from other companies and people over there. It's sometimes very straightforward things, and sometimes things that you maybe didn't think of, so could be interesting. First and foremost, if you want to score some goals, if you want to be the world champion, then you should better define your mission goals. I think Martinez and his team have some more work on that, but anyway, I'm not going to comment more on this, but you have to ask yourselves a few questions. Like, for instance, what is your company about? You know, you have to be able to talk about your company at any time and at any person. Don't think that a guy you just meeting is not important enough. You always have to be friendly and think of, it could be someone that's interesting for me. But you have to know what you're going to tell. And you maybe would be a good idea to have a short version of your pitch and a long one. A short one if you just leave the toilet and whoops, there's a guy bumping up to you and you just start to talk or something, you don't have a lot of time. But if you're on the train and you're going from one place to another and maybe you have some more time and you see someone, have something in your head. Have a video of your game at all times with you, or the game preferably, so you can always show it at any given time. Sometimes I'm going to quickly take a peek here so that I don't forget anything. But the thing is, everyone that you're going to meet can be important to you. So this is interesting. What is your business model? This is a question maybe as a game developer, you're going to, of course, use business models that everybody else uses, but middleware providers, service providers, they should be able to quickly explain how does my system work? What is it going to cost you, or what can I offer you? Have these things in mind and know how to explain them. Okay, what you want? You know, the Beastie Boys made a song about it, but really, what do you expect to get from going to Gamescom? Is it about, you know, expanding your knowledge? Then maybe you should better go to GDC or something. It's not really Gamescom thing, but every fair has its specialty. So you really have to look for, okay, what I'm going to do there. Do I just want to have some leads? Do I want to have press reviews? Do I maybe want to have a signed deal? It's maybe not going to happen at the fair itself, maybe at the drinks night later on, or in a follow-up phase or something. But really make sure that you know what you want. Just don't come over to Gamescom or any other fair just like that for fun, you know. We're doing business. Oh, sorry, it's not working out. Okay, who is going to represent your company? I think most of the companies here and in our industry are 1 or 2 persons, so it's going to be you and the other one. But if you have the choice, if you have the possibility to really choose someone that will represent you or will be the main representative of your company, you could try to find someone that is like proactive, talkative, is very fluent in English and understands people that don't speak fluently English, because at Gamescom it's really, sometimes you really don't understand those folks. The French in English is it's true, huh? Except for Kathleen, of course, but she's not French. Huh? That's right, huh? That's right. Voilà. Yeah, someone that kind of, he has to look sharp, you know, she has to look sharp. This guy is probably not your best answer, but be professional, be friendly also, you know. Don't be like, that guy's not interesting, I'm not going to talk to him. I'm really stressing on this point. It's really important that you know this. Even somebody that comes in and you're looking like, what is he? He could be the boss of Valve, you know, be careful about that. So find someone or train these skills within yourself if you know that you lack some of those, you know. Be proactive. I'm going to talk about that some later. Get ready, you know, just like Rambo did. Okay, so you're going to need some things. Like, for instance, Kevin already talked about the business cards. You need those. You need your laptop. You need all your stuff. You maybe need some game keys to hand out. You need promotional material, flyers and everything. But you also need maybe to make a list of the people you're going to meet, the people you want to meet. Maybe you have a wish list of people, okay, I really want to be able to meet that guy. Get it in your head. Go to the parties. Just like Kevin said, and I'm going to talk about it some more too. You will meet them. You really do. And then you have the chance to talk to them, and then it's your moment of truth, you know. But pre-book activities maybe that you want to attend. If you don't have time to pre-book them, I have another tip for you later on. But anyway, Make a list of questions, issues, challenges, things that you need. Because a lot of times what happens is when you have a question, go around and ask people it. You know, a lot of people will maybe come up with an answer or something that can help you out. Just tell them, hey, I'm stuck with this. Hey, but I know someone that can, you know, and then everybody's over there. So it's really your time to make sure that you get all those issues and questions resolved or answered. So preparation is really, really important. Okay, I know this is a cheesy, unrepresentative picture. I'm very sorry about that. It's only representative of the family with 2 kids and everything, but make time for your loved ones before you leave, because you won't have time to do so while you're there. You won't even have time maybe to quickly call them or WhatsApp them. They have to know this. Just, you know, it sounds cheesy, but do it. And when you come back, you're going to be too tired to talk to them for a few days, so that's also a problem. Kevin already said it, but I'm really stressing this. Eat healthy. You won't be able to eat healthy at Gamescom unless you're going to pay fortunes. I have some more tips on this later, but try to do it and get sleep. Get some sleep. That's something you probably will not have. Any questions in the before segment? Nothing? Okay, that means that I covered everything. Yeah, still covered everything. Okay. During. Okay, so guys, be proactive and confident. You will not meet beautiful women at Gamescom, but maybe you will, but they won't be interested in you. But you really have to be able to step up to someone, a total stranger, somebody just walking by, whatever. Go up to them and tell them about your story, about your game. Show them your game. Make them play your game. You know, really get out there. It's not going to help if you just stay there. Get up, stand up, you know, really stand up. Don't be sitting on your chair all the time or be kind of lazy. If you want to sit, you can do it on a high chair or something. If it's a sofa on the booth, we have some sofa corners. Have an active seating position, you know, not slouchy, because people will be like, oh no, that guy, he doesn't have time for me, he's not interested, you know. So be really proactive also in your attitude, you know, not only in the way you talk. If you want to sit and if you have a chance to do so, do it. You know, lunchtime, for instance, if you can sit, go ahead and have a seat. Toilet break. Well, yeah, most of the time you sit. But go sit. Do it. Really, honestly, to be honest, you're going to be relaxed for, even if it's only a minute. On the train or something, but don't worry, there's a lot of people. But anyway, you should really get some rest whenever you have the chance to, but not on the booth, okay? On the corner or something. Don't chat with colleagues or don't read mails at your booth. I'm going to do it, sorry, but I don't have to be all the time available on the booth. And I have to tweet all the time also, you know. But yeah, these people, they give the impression, oh, they don't have time for me. Oh, they're talking. Oh, they're in a meeting, you know, and people will just really walk by. So this is not really proactive, you know. Try to really always look at people and maybe invite them to come on over. You have to chat with total strangers, people walking by, all the things that I said. You can also chat to other indie game developers on the booth. That way you still learn something, but talk, you know. And when you have a meeting, of course, you have to talk to the people you meet. Your voice will hate you for this. So Kevin already said it, and it's really true. Water. No Coke. You can have alcohol, but save it for the end of the day. Your voice will be very grateful if you drink water all the time. Sorry, Yasmin.
I assume since you have to be connected to have your meetings and tweet and things like that, it's better that you switch roles and one guy stays in the booth, and if you have to do it or want to do this, go outside to emails and things like that, and then you switch or something?
Yes, I would do something like that. Of course, you cannot, you know, you have to tweet something, and I'm going to talk about Twitter and everything, but you can just be on the side of the booth, you know, not next to your screen or something. And you don't have to deconnect or something, and it's true, you always have to be connected, and sometimes you have a mail to answer or a guy that's texting you as a message. I'm not going to say that you can never, ever, ever do it, but don't be like, oh, there's nobody here, or I'm just going to check my mail. Oh, interesting. That's the thing you have to, you know, if you do it, make sure that it really has a purpose. Sorry, Kathleen.
Actually, you don't have much connection at Gamescom. That's quite a problem because there's so many people around.
Yeah.
Everybody's on their phones or laptops or whatever. to get into their mailbox. And yeah, well, it's very difficult, so you better forget about checking your emails during the show.
Yeah.
Or you do that at the hotel.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, the Wi-Fi network at Gamescom really sucks. But if you have data, it's. Yeah, yeah.
That's what they say every year. Really?
Roaming is going to drop on the next week, but I must say that my data plan, it always works nicely. Proximus. No, didn't say that. No, but really, it does the trick for me. And now it's really roaming free, so yeah. But it's true that a lot of people at the same time are connecting, so it can be much slower than you want, yeah. And also, I think email is not really the right way to get in touch with people, but I will give a tip about that later, which the medium that you can use. Anyway, those are black and white things, of course. It doesn't mean that there's a Belgian middle road or something, but try to bear it in mind. Okay, but this one is like, okay, but fine, there are exceptions too, anyway, but never leave your booth empty. If you have to go to the toilet and there's nobody else that can replace you, please step up to me, Natasha, Jasmine, anyone that's at the booth to help you out. So at least that we know when you will be back. You don't have to tell us what you're going to do. That's fine. If you have a hangover from the day before, no worries, we'll cover your ass. But let us know when you will be back, because, yeah, Jeroen? It seemed like you had a question. This is really important, and I'm talking about experience because last year there were a lot of people coming up to us at the reception desk, and they had a meeting, and the guys just weren't there, and that's something you have to avoid this because you really lose out on some valuable contacts and meetings at that time. And if we don't get the information from you, and then we start calling, but we can't reach you, or you don't pick up, or whatever. So be careful about those things. Let us know. That's the easiest thing. This is a tip from the guys from startups.be. I thought it was a nice one, so I kind of stole this one. It's the Shokotov pitch, but you can do it with maybe a lollipopsicle or something. If somebody steps up to you and you can talk or something, just give him a Shokotov, and then you have maybe like a minute or something. He will shut up. He's eating the chocolate and the caramel, it gets sticky in his mouth. It's in between his teeth and whatever. Then maybe you have 2 minutes. But anyway, you can talk at that time, and he won't ask you, or she won't ask you difficult questions. Now, maybe it's interesting to give to your partner too at some point, if you're in a discussion. But anyway, this can help, Why not try it? You can bring it, You can do those things. Know that we will provide water and soft drinks and maybe, something else during the fair itself. But Natasha, she holds the key. So, okay, take notes during or after any meeting or contact. There's so much information coming at you at a fair that it's quite impossible to really capture everything and remember it. Some people really do, like the guy when I go to a restaurant, 8 people, tell them what you want, and this guy, he doesn't take any notes, and it just comes back and everything's correct, and he knows which plates what to put where, but you really have to train yourself in this. If you can do that, okay, fine, but I would suggest take notes. Don't use your laptop. It's really, when you're in a meeting and you use your laptop, it really creates a barrier between you and the person talking. An iPad or iPhone is kind of okay. Maybe just a notepad or something, the old-fashioned way. But really, be in the talk, but also make notes. That's a fine line. You have to choose for yourself. Use Twitter. I don't know, I think somebody told me this once, and it kind of works. If you have a meeting and the guy doesn't show up, or the girl, maybe you can just hook him on Twitter and be like, waiting for you at whatever. The guy will be so ashamed, or she, when I say guy, it can be he, she, but there's more guys at Gamescom or whatever. So they will be maybe ashamed, they will say, oh my God, yes, okay, I have to go, because some people, they really sneak out of meetings, they just don't show up, okay? You can also use it if you have some time to maybe share some information, or be like, hey, I just have a meeting slot that opened up, why not come to me, You can really use Twitter, and I think at Gamescom, it's kind of an interesting way to do this. Anyway. If you have an important lunch, go out, contact, whatever. Go and grab lunch with him or her, You could do it at Gamescom, but it's going to be really expensive. Not that good of a food. It's not bad, but anyway. And it's all most of the time indoor. The beer garden is outside, but I don't know. It's not really interesting. What you just do is go across the street. You have Vapiano, which is a nice Italian restaurant. Be careful because it sometimes takes a lot of time before you get out. It's really, really crowded, so always be prepared that 1 hour is nothing at a fair. You won't have enough time. But if it's an important contact and you really want to talk with that person face to face and have some quality time together, business quality time, I mean, then yeah, could be some other quality time too, but don't do that at a fair. Could be at the parties later on. Eat something, really important. Huh? Sorry? Yeah, that's true. Gamescom is really crowded and well, in the hallways there are some restaurants, the sushi restaurant and the red restaurant is kind of okay, but yeah, you will lose a lot of time. Yeah, if you want to have a good talk, get the deodorants ready, or some mints, yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna. Dress smart and wear comfy shoes. This girl, this woman, I don't know what she's doing at her wedding, but she won't get very far. You have to know that it's long days and you won't have time to change before you go to the parties after the fair. So it's 8 o'clock and I think it's until 8 p.m. Gamescom, if I remember correctly. You get out, quickly changing and showering, not gonna happen most of the time. You have to go out to the party. So that's why you need the deodorant I was talking about. And you also need some smart, clothes, you have to look sharp, but don't be too sharp, or if you're gonna be in costume the whole day and kravat, I don't find the word. Tie, voilà, a tie. It's going to be. Yes, but I tried it 1 year. But I'm not ever going to do it again. So the comfy shoes, ladies. Voilà, they have comfy. Natasha, she tried. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They're with the shawl system, the special. I saw it on TV. Yeah. So I'm not. Oof. Yeah. And then that's my problem. I stepped on it. I'm sorry. So this is. I think it sounds. It sounds kind of stupid, but it's really important. Okay. Don't forget to mingle and party. Kevin already said it, but it's really true. At the fair itself, people are very rational and focused, and that's important. But we're humans. We have emotions too. And so at a party, you have a drink, or 2 or 3, and everything goes a bit smoother. And if at a certain point you're really mingling with the crowd, don't stand in your group, staying with your friends and the guy from the country. It's cool. Yeah, what are you doing? You know all that stuff. Go and talk to people you don't know. That's important. And that sometimes you will really get to know more people. One guy who's really good at it, that's him over there. Guillaume, yeah, at GDC you were like hopping from one guy to another, and I was like, "What? That guy is so good at making conversation." But no, it's really true, and it's really important also. If you don't have time to check the parties, you don't have time, you can maybe subscribe to the group, and it's called a Facebook group, and it's called GDC E3 and the Gamescom party schedule. So they have all these parties for those 3 fairs. If you don't even have time to do that, you can maybe just go to the hotel lobbies. There's always something going on in the hotels around a fair. Just party crash it. Most of the times you will get in. If you don't get in, try another one. Nice one too also. So mingle and party. Questions for this chapter, and I'm almost done. Nope. After. So after is follow-up on important meetings and contacts. Kevin said, okay, you have to prioritize your business cards. That's true. He said that he would just throw them away. I would maybe keep them, but start out with the most interesting ones, the ones that you remember, the ones you have notes. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, voila, okay, yeah. No, I'm just saying it's impossible to get everything, but sometimes you never know. And then, try to call those people, mail them, try to get maybe a second meeting or a conf call if they're far away. Really follow up on something if you really want to do something with that person. He's not going to do it. Well, sometimes he will, of course, but if you really want to get in touch, do so. This is really going to happen, help you. Sorry?
Wait a few days, don't do it Because usually the sleeping.
Yeah, of course. No. I'm talking about this is after like a few days or something. But I wouldn't wait too long either, you know, just, yeah. That's just like if you meet a girl and something and you don't text her in a day or something, she may be like, yeah, it's not interested. So there's also a fine line between those things. You have to be careful. Build on feedback, you know. Bob the builder, he's building all the time. He's listening to his community and he's building great stuff. Maybe you get some feedback on your game, on the features and everything. You could maybe just make it better, make your game better. So always listen to what people have to say about your product, your service, or your game. And then I know it's a cheesy picture again, but unwind, you know, just relax a bit because you really had a hard time. You're going to be exhausted when you leave the fair. And yeah, try to make up some lost time with the loved ones, you know. And that's it. Voila. If you have any questions, you can ask them now or later. Well, thank you.